Super Mario World Blind Kaizo Race number 69. A nice number. Okay. There we go. Romhack Races. Week 69, dude. 69, dudes! Alright. They didn't have that patch yet. The one that eliminates waiting. Proposal. Oh. Shell ride. Okay. God, I remember when this was really new tech. The shells that swim. Alright, well. You just neutral when you're doing the low skips. No, you can't. And then don't get hit by the shell. The nice thing about Romhack race levels, Kaizo in general, is dying the moment you start the level feels a lot less foolish than when you're playing standard. That is a really weird feeling, the bobbing shell. It amuses me that I did my best on the very first attempt and subsequently have not been able to Oh god. Merry New Year! Thank you for the 42 months, Squiggles. And the lack of water. Apparently that's a depth plane, I didn't expect it. How you doing, Squiggles? Trying to practice the low jumping. But yeah, this will be the, I assume, last thing I do this year. Oh. Which would be fine, you know? There we go. Oh, God. Maybe I should have jumped off the other platform for that. Oh boy, a level with water, and I only get messages in with bits. Mistakes were made. Also, you can totally get messages in without bits, you just don't want to. This is absolutely the case, and you both know it. Do-do-do. Oh. Actually, it looks like the shell doesn't need the water plane. It's true. We'll see how this works. But I think it actually lowers the shell by, like, 1 tile. I'm really bad at the low shell jumps. Do-do-do. Come on. There we go. Ah, I should have let it go. It was going well, fine. And it's really hard to get that kind of momentum perfect with the shell. I have to assume at some point it's not going to be a layer 2 level, but we'll see. Ugh. Anyway, you missed Who Stole Hanukkah. It was a Greek statue. Now you know. Though it wasn't a Greek statue the first time I played, or the second time, but the third time. Because I didn't think I would need to save the game. For that kind of game. Ah. But instead it crashed a few times. So we learned not to do that. I do think it'd be a funny speed game, though. Because there are some, like, little mini-games you have to do. Those mini-games aren't terribly difficult, but they do require, you know, a little bit of effort and answering trivia questions. So I think it wouldn't be, like, the world's dumbest speed run. Would have some weird crossover appeal, I imagine. But I'm vaguely tempted. one day, maybe, do a speed run of that. Because I suspect that once you know what you're doing, it's approximately like a 3-minute speed run, plus or minus through cutscenes, and whether or not you can skip them. Because it's mostly a game where you click on things to see funny things happen. I wonder if it runs in ScumVM, or if they even know that it exists. I know they've been looking for more director examples. Might be worth bringing to their attention that this exists and it's on archive.org. I just need to trust that. Like, once you get the bounce. The low bounce in the water, it mostly works itself out. God, disco shells. I picked poorly. I might pick again. Oh, I got lucky. Nope, I didn't get lucky. I will say in preparation for playing Who Stole Hanukkah, I did listen to one of the few songs I know about that are vaguely related, which is to say Pretty Fly for a Rabbi. I.e., why the title was Grab Your Yarmulke. Grab your yarmulke, the one you got for Hanukkah, and hey, hey, do the Hebrew thing. Running with Scissors was just a really good album in general. What? He didn't jump. Ah. Like, you got All About the Pentiums on there, which is still a fun song. And I think interesting because around that time, having a computer that was like a year out of date was actually a big deal. Nowadays, it honestly scarcely matters unless you are, training AIs on your video card or like actually even playing video games. An awful lot of video games now don't require cutting edge video cards because they want to keep the audience fairly broad. Something Crisis. And not Dino Crisis, regular old Crisis. That is such a weird obstacle. It's throwing me off. If I'd known if this was going to be disco shell riding, I might have been like, nah, I'll do this one later. I kind of vaguely feel like that might be cheese. That's hard. Nope. Oh, man. But yeah, it just goes to show how much technology hasn't actually advanced in useful, significant ways. Because most of the time, what you see when they're advertising a new phone isn't like, oh no, there's so many great new features. It's, look, a better camera! And you're like, cool, a better camera. Yes! Oh, I didn't get trolled. Oh, I got lucky. Yeah, you need the momentum there, and I did not get it. Okay, that was spin jumping time. Nice to get the H, though. And other news, I got a lot of things taken care of today that were mostly annoying to do. What? Fascinating. So if we stand here long enough, that happens. Why? I guess to prevent you from, like, just riding that out. Because, yeah, I guess you could just wait for that guy to do something. Got my mystery hunt stuff all squared. I got my hotel, got my ticket. Tickets actually were not terrible this year. Got a little bit less than 300, which several years ago would have been disappointing, but nowadays is pretty okay. Also got tickets to go to MagFest. Because why not? I'll be in DC the week of anyway. Spin. I was definitely considering or Random Dolphins. Considering going to AGDQ this year, but the timing just was like, man, I'm not going to be home. And then I have to figure out like what to do with a week between it and Mystery Hunt. And so I was like, not this time. Maybe I'm sick of travel by the time SGGQ rolls around next year. I'll go to that again, because I did kind of like it. Didn't really get to see much of Minneapolis. Heard some vaguely decent things about the city. Of which I saw basically none. Because usually I like to like try to at least go to like an art museum or something while I'm there, and I just didn't. I also made cookies. I now have a lot of cookies. So I haven't made cookies in a while. I just kind of felt like it, and they turned out pretty good, actually. Like, once I'm done, or maybe once I'm done with this level, I need to put them away. So I don't get too stale. Ah! I didn't think that I'd land there. You want cookies? Unfortunately, a bit too far away for cookie collection. If it's any consolation, though, I am going to try and give away most of my cookies. I don't really need them. I like baking. I like making sweets, but I have to acknowledge that I do not need to eat sweets. Or more sweets, really. So I'll probably try to give away a lot of them. Alright, cool. Got past the dolphins. Got a midway. And the word CE. Nice. You know, I'm kind of happy with the lack. Oh, whoops. Double whoops. The lack of disco shell riding for a minute. My hands appreciate that. Just time to do some careful jumping. Okay. What? Now you wake up. Wait. This isn't helpful. I think he who hesitates is lost. He's gonna like fall asleep the moment. Ah! I was so excited about that, and then I wasn't. No, I can't one-cycle it. But yes, there will be cookies. Not quite sure when we'll wrap up, but allocated a decent amount of time today. Because it's not a day where I need to do a lot until it's a lot later. Going out early now would be not difficult. Also, I need to eat at some point. I had Raisin Bran for breakfast and ate like 3 cookies. Because when you're baking cookies, you need to make sure that they're properly baked. You know? That doesn't go around as quick as I can. Because I almost... Thanks for the pokey. I almost always underbake the very first batch. This time, I barely didn't. I always forget that because I'm starting from cold dough as opposed to room temperature. There's a Kaizo block there? I'm gonna hit that block like 4 more times. Oh, I woke him up already. Do a second bop there. But yeah, starting from cold dough does change the dynamics a bit and changes your bake time a little bit. So usually it says somewhere in the vicinity of like, what's the like ratio? 9 to 12 minutes is the typical. I need to stay on there. That's that one more time. Is your typical like standard chocolate chip cookie bake. But with this, it's more like 14 minutes, 15 minutes. It's a little bit longer. I keep saying it, I need to bop that a second time, and I'm not doing it. Okay, I think I understand where the Kaizo block is now. Wait, why'd I do that? One of those things where I keep finding new and innovative ways to fail at the last second here. Oops. But yeah, I need to finish moderating that the 2 German hacks that came as one bundle. There's a lot of notes. Imagine that might be a thing for tomorrow. Bro. This friggin' fish. Not even sure why what I want to do with him. Ah, okay. I almost got him to be where I needed him to be. Whoops. It's probably the biggest thing, really. I'm probably gonna message Fries later. Because since we're doing D&D on Friday, might be a good day for, doing yet another BG2. Ah, this fish is worthless. And then just pick an arbitrary time and see if Curtis is around. Get our Oscar Lake on. Speaking of games that run in Macromedia Director. No! Yes. No. It's truly great for producing that class of game, really. Do. I'm just gonna wait for him to sleep now. Nope. I'm not sure how to get that thing to work consistently. I have a lot of choices with how I can sort of spawn him. Well, it's Romhack races. If I go fast, it should work out, right? Too fast. Oh, he's awake already. Nope. Well, that's a new one. Hooray for Pokey. Now I hesitated. He who hesitates tends to die in stupid ways. Bro. I cannot get this fish to do what I want. He does not like me. Fish. Fish. There's gonna reach a point where all I'm gonna talk about is food. Because I will eventually get hungry. Hungry as a Latka troll. Which is totally a real thing. Dang it! My suspicion is that that's close. Oh, whoops. That's close to the end of the section, given how long the first two sections were. In other news, I actually did pick up a game and played it offline that wasn't Slay the Spire. It's Slay the Spire a bit when I was hanging out with my brother's family, just as a... I kind of want to do something that doesn't require a lot of attention. So I played a couple of, like, heavily modded ones, because the heavily modded ones are just funny. Wow. Because, like, I've got all these weird mods installed, like the Smash Bros. Item set. And other weird... Like the Adventurer, who was actually just a fisherman. That one's actually really fun and well done. I had another... There was a couple other weird ones I had installed. One I really enjoyed was the rat. Which is literally just a rat. Ah! And his shtick is he has all sorts of, like, garbage and stuff. In fact, trash cards are just the big part of his gameplay, where you're constantly producing and destroying trash cards. And so you kind of want to go for relics that give you the ability to do damage or cause other things on draw. Because all of the trash cards are of the form, do something very minor and draw another card, because they're, you know, trash. Usually. Sometimes they're actually really nice. And also he's kind of like a scavenger character. He gets to use some of the defects, orbs, and stuff like that. You only get one. But then I also played one of the games Squiggles gave me, Mercury Herd, which is basically a Verilog simulator. Dang it. So I got through the first two things and then had to stop and be like, if I want to make an Wargate out of a NAND, it's been a bit. I'll need to spend a little bit of time with pen and paper. So I know it's possible, I just need to redo the proof. Oh. Please, you actually played it? Yeah, I actually did try the other one, too. What's the other one? Need to look it up, because I already spaced on it. But I tried the other one, too, and it just kept crashing. Or did I try it? Something else. We'll double check. What was it? Oh yeah, I didn't even try Little Kitty Big City. Big stuff on my list. Yeah, it's a fair way to go. Frequently I just put weird things on there and don't think too hard about the fact that they're on there, though. Especially when I just encounter, like, some weird Japanese indie game and I'm like, this could be fun. And sometimes I'm right and sometimes I'm wrong. Like, I've got sitting in the background somewhere, I've got a couple of Japanese block pusher style puzzle games that could actually be a lot of fun. One of them's about being on a space station, which is kind of cute for the framing. And the other one is you're a girl on rollerblades who I think is also a ninja. And your goal isn't so much to push the blocks as it is to destroy them. And each of these had their own, like, issues with capture, because capture on macOS can either be trivially simple or incredibly irritating. Also funny, Macro Hard did not work on macOS, so I had to run it through Wine. But for a game like that, it doesn't really matter. It's pretty much just pushing text to the screen. Why do I keep doing that? I can wait a little bit longer there. It's 3 springs. Boing. Yep. Okay, that doesn't work. There's definitely stuff I would play if it worked more Mac OS. Like, I was planning on playing an RPG when I was out and about on the East Coast last time, but it doesn't crash, and then it tries to load Windbag, which is never a good sign. I was like, also with Baldur's Gate, I'm not exactly enamored with picking up another RPG. I did think about trying to do the Chrono Trigger 4-job Fiesta thing that worked out a bit better. That came up, but the timing didn't really work out, because I wasn't back in the proper coast soon enough. What's sad is I know that's there. I still fall for it. But the best thing is, like, when you find something on your Steam wishlist, I'm like, why in the world did I put this on there? Nope. I wonder how long this level is. For some reason on Romhack Races, it's credited as various authors, which is a little bit odd to me. Because typically, even if it's a lawful lot of people, it's usually credited specifically. Or, in the case of Maddie, allegedly. Come on, bro. Dang it. I don't like that fish. I wonder how long this actually is. I looked really quick, because this is an old one, right? Week 69 was many, many, many moons ago. Earthmelon participated, and it took him 3 hours, which I hope is not a sign of things to come, because I do not have 3 hours today. That was stupid. I just cannot convince that fish to do the things I want. I'm not an expert fish wrangler. The timing when I spawn that causes that to be really challenging. I'm kind of wondering if I'm just doing this part wrong. Alright, well the good news is we've seen where the H is. So we have the knowledge now that if I can just ride this dang fish a little bit further, I'll be fine. 3 there. Oh, what else? So the thing about Kaizo is at some point there's not a whole lot to react to. You're not really discussing the level so much as you're trying to mechanically actually execute, at least for me. You gotta come up with other stuff to talk about. Talked about the maze stuff a little bit yesterday, which was good. Oh yeah, I was gonna give Hawaluta the source code for the graph I made. Then I realized, like, it's not... wouldn't be the best illustration of how to make those sorts of graphs. Because you don't really make graphs with the Python library. So basically, the Python library exists to make it easy to make dot graphs. Be a GraphViz or something. And that's really convenient for when you need to, like, programmatically create a graph, but it's not really showing you the actual important part, which is the dot language itself to some extent. But I also pretty much only ever interact with that stuff via Python, so it's also not exactly incorrect. They also make kind of ugly graphs, I'm going to be honest. Dang it! I had it. I had it. That would have been fine. I wouldn't gotten sucked by the dolphin. This wouldn't have happened. It does help that... Oh no, I was gonna say I'm getting marginally more consistent, but it did not. Yeah, I was thinking about making a few more graphs thing, maybe doing that as a C3 thing, especially because C3 now falls instead of in, like, January and February. Which would be nice, because while I haven't actually purchased a ticket to go home, I won't be on the East Coast that long. At least my plan isn't to be on the East Coast that long. So I'll be back for C3 and do a C3 video. People like those for some reason. I mean, honestly, I know why people like those. The answer's pretty straightforward. Everyone kind of likes getting to show off their stuff in another venue. Which reminds me, I need to get my survey stream stuff another bit of exercise before I head to the other coast. Which basically means one of two types of stream. One would be the, I guess I could technically use it for CLDC, but I guess I didn't really think about it last time. Maybe, we'll see. Kind of tempted to do another Macromedia Director stream, because those were weird. Like, incredibly weird. And I came up with a plan that made it so I think I could play some of the Mac games. But I need to check to see if it actually works, which is, you know, the important part of any crazy idea. Dang it! I hate the fish acceleration. Or one of the other ones when I came up with the survey stuff would have been, I have a disc full of Doom wads, see if they're any good. The big issue for that was, the reason I wanted to do that to begin with was, when I was a wee youngin', I was always excited to see, oh, what are you doing, fish? Come on, fall off. Nope. More like fish acceleration. Yeah, to see if the Doom wads are any good. But the reason why was because when I was a young man and logged into assorted BBSs, I would see killbarney.wad, where it's like, yes, you can finally kill Barney! And this was very appealing to me, being about, all of 5, 6. I haven't found any wads that really do what I'm looking for. There are mods, but basically all it does is replace pinkies with Barney, which I'm less excited about. Of course, when you do mods like that, they're a little more irritatingly permanent than the modern, oh, it's just a WAD thing. Kind of like with Christmas Doom last year. Like, it was a rather invasive mod. Why don't we kill Barney anymore? I think because Barney stopped being culturally relevant a long time ago. I don't think they make any more of it. Like, honestly, the only, like, culturally relevant cartoon show or kids cartoon show I can think of is Bluey. I know people like Bluey. That's about it. Like, I know Dora the Explorer existed. I don't think she does anymore. I mean, in the sense that, like, kids actually watch it. Like, I'm not quite sure what the state of children's semi-educational TV is anymore. Having slightly aged out of the demographic and just haven't had an awful lot of people in my life who are actually in that demographic. I guess my nephews kind of are. Oh, you! Haha! Oh, crap! Wait, what? Be Coco Melon? Yeah, Coco Melon seems to actually be evil, unlike Barney. Like, Barney isn't great in my mind, but Barney was annoying. Coco Melon seems to be actively evil. I was reading a bit about it, and, like, they have, when they're testing stuff, they have a distraction, what they call a distraction going on, which is, like, normal stuff adults are doing, like pouring cups of coffee and things. And if the kids spend more than like 5 seconds looking at the distraction, well, they didn't do a good job with their cartoon. And I'm going to be honest, I think small children should be watching adults do normal things. I think that's actually pretty much a lot better for them than watching weird cartoon stuff that's tailored psychologically towards them to be addictive. But what do I know? I'm not exactly a child psychologist. But I can tell you, when I was a kid, my favorite parts of things like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood and Sesame Street weren't the bits where they had Elmo screeching at you. It was the bits where you got to see normal people doing normal things. Wait, what? Well, crap. Alright, can I fix this? No. To be fair, we didn't have a whole lot of different episodes of these things, so I think we watched the episode where Mr. Roger goes to, like, trombone factory a few hundred times. Might also be why I disliked Barney so much, is because when you only watch about the same 4 or 5 episodes over and over, it gets old between this was what we recorded off PBS, and what was available at the public library. For watching people do... Yeah, fair enough. I'm not entirely certain why sometimes I die if I land. Okay, new plan. That wasn't the right plan. Episode of Mr. Rogers on the inside of an arcade machine. You think? How come you don't know? It was Donkey Kong? Of course that's your kind of TV. This doesn't surprise me. Alright, so I think I just ride this. I don't know why that works. But I think if I just get on the nose of the second dolphin after it descends, I should be fine. Well, kind of. Worked well enough. Okay. Wait, what? Never saw Mr. Rogers. Remember kids in your high school talked about him passing? It's like, ooh. I could see that. It's certainly possible to just like miss the culturally relevant things depending upon what you're doing. Didn't jump. Oh, sup Spirit of Fan, how you doing? Or sup Fan, what am I doing? I'm reading the whole name. Have to watch it afterwards. Merry New Year! Oh, well that didn't work. I missed my dolphin bus. Oh, it's a fantastic movie. I class it in like, it's a Christmas-y movie. What I forgot last time I recommended it for watching around Christmas was just how much frontal nudity was in that film. So, Gregorian New Year's movie. It is such a good film. Just stop just kind of pausing there and letting the dolphins have their way with me. There we go. And chill for a second. Yeah, frontal. Unfortunately for you, it's only female nudity. Back when Mario was a carpenter. It's true. Dang it, that's harder than that. What was the movie? Trading Places. One of the Bill Murray... Bill Murray, no, not Bill Murray. Dang it. Dan Aykroyd... Let me start over. Wait, that's not working anymore. That film is a classic, it's true. What's up, Ampersand? There's a bit at the party. He throws a party once he gets his new place. We probably did. But yeah, it's Eddie Murphy, and he's a sleazebag kind of beggar guy. And these two rich investment broker types are like, I bet we could train him up and he'd become trustworthy. And Dan Aykroyd's character is this like Yale man, or Harvard man. He's wearing my Harvard tie. etc. And he's like, I bet we can get him to turn to crime. Does he go lower over time? No, he seems to be going about the same height. Hey, that didn't help. Bad fish. Okay, well, I mistimed that. It is peak comedy. How you doing, BD? And Coming to America, yes. Coming to America is somewhat of an unofficial sequel because you do see the Dukes briefly. I do think I like Trading Places a bit more than Coming to America. But there are some really good ones. And the bet is the usual amount, yes. The usual amount. They ruined my life over $1. I tied my own shoes once, which was an overrated experience. I mean, that's just James Earl Jones being fantastic. Really hard for you to think of any James Earl Jones movie where he isn't. Or any movie where he's in that he isn't. Even Conan, where he turns into a snake and it's really, really weird. Come to America is great because it has both Mufasa and Sarabi. Hadn't really thought of it that way, but that's a fair point. King and Queen. Fairly certain Coming to America was first, but... Alright, focus on the dolphin nose. Here we go. Not quite sure... Ah, what happens after this? Other James Earl Jones lines labeled. Oh, that sounds fun, actually. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Okay. Let's think about... They have the Golden Arches, and we have the Golden Arc. Okay. Ah. Oh! In retrospect, what I should have done there was anything else. I was like, oh, I understand what to do now. I'm gonna jump next time it comes around. No. Clearly not. But I think I have the jump timing down now, so that probably helps a bit. Nope. Close but no cigar. I think I moved and that changes. Yeah, that changes what that's gonna be. I have a very silly but rather consistent setup for this, so I'm just trying to use it. Like, once you find your groove, as Pokey, you just gotta stick in it. Well. Trying to remember what my stratagem was here. Not that. It's very narrow Deathwater. Very. One thing I am curious about is how long this level is. Which is an issue I'm going to have to deal with at some point. Oh, he was above the water. I think I moved and I changed it, yep. If I just stand still, then jump on the second dolphin. If I just stand still, then I jump on the second dolphin and ride his nose. And then that happens, but that's silly. Alright. That was too early. Yeah. It's a relatively small range where you can land on that dolphin. At least it's so it seems. Alright, cool. Jump up. Careful, careful. Okay. I wonder if all, like, dolphin rider sections like that are that tight, or so it seems. Like, I feel like I'm making, like, really tall jumps, and that's not nearly enough. Okay. Wait. Oh, well, that's fine. Until it wasn't. Oh, well. Oh, well. 7 p.m. We're getting to the point where it's actually kind of close for people in the Americas to be Happy New Year'sing. Like, is there a +5? Is there one that's for a 5 over? No, I guess no, I'm off by a fair bit, aren't I? Because New York's only 3 hours ahead, not 4. Oh, that didn't help. I think for North America, the furthest over is, I think, that Newfoundland one that I think is a little bit further ahead. 4 hours instead of 3. Of course, then you have, like, Alaska, Hawaii. They're way out there. Be midnight there in 20 minutes? Dang. Gonna guess... Actually, London-ish? Guess wherever UTC is. Or wait, no. 5 hours. Oh, you're in Newfoundland. Oh, pff. Well, there we go. In 30 minutes. Yeah, that should have been the hint there, shouldn't it? Yeah, it's a weird half-hour time zone in Newfoundland. Oh. Had an ancestor that lived in Newfoundland. Somehow got kicked out of Newfoundland, which we consider to be kind of amazing when you really think about it. Not entirely sure how or why. Because it's Newfoundland. What in the world could you do? Yeah, I think the issue is that I wasn't considering I needed momentum. How? Pff, no one knows. It's one of those things where, theoretically, if there was a person who was interested enough, there might be useful genealogical records, maybe newspapers and things, but it would take some actual, like, legwork and going to Newfoundland to find that out. Can't say that me or any of my siblings have been interested enough. But it's at least interesting. Why? Why did I jump short? How long ago? Well, post-Mayflower, at least. Yeah, probably somewhere in the vicinity of maybe... I don't know, maybe 200 years? I'm not entirely sure. I'd have to look it up. I want to say it was... maybe not 200, maybe like 150. I have to look up how many generations removed it's been. It's fairly easy, because dude's at the top of the genealogical tree. But I'd have to go pull up our genealogical tree to find it. Oh, he's moving! Oh, I see what the trick there is now. Yeah, it's been a while. That's one of the reasons why we don't know. Due to having a fair amount of Mormon heritage We know an awful lot about our ancestors, just because that's the thing Mormons love doing. If you're ever curious, in all honesty, the Ancestry.com people are probably your best bet, unless you want to visit a Mormon genealogy center. Because they collect this stuff. It's basically frequently a type of hobby for the retired Mormon. Alright, I can stand here until I'm ready. How? Do. I love my strat here, because it's so dumb. But it works just fine. Alright. Nope. Alright, gonna try one more time. Nope. Not far enough either. Oh. I'm not used to not being shoved over by the other dolphins. And break jump. Break jump. Don't let go of X or Y, please. I'm hoping that riding section's a bit short. The P-switch thing is annoying. Not that I haven't, like, figured it out, but it's more of just it's a lengthy section. Alright, ignore him. Oh, the dolphin... Oh, he didn't despawn. Okay, well that's how you do that part. That's not how you do that part. I feel like that spawn was different. Why did that change? Huh. Probably because RNG got reset at some point. And I mean, you need to have it reset twice, I'd guess. Huh. Oh. Okay. Ah. Dang it. Wonder if there's something else drawing from the well of RNG over there. Because it's consistent if I fail over here. Which is interesting to me. Alright, cool. Take a short rest. Alright. Too early. And yeah, that's definitely off. This will still try. No. Oh my. Oh, that reminds me, I need to work on that tomorrow. I was gonna build a sort of rewind summary year-long thing for my Twitch, and then I got halfway through last week and then was like, oh, I'll work on this while I'm over there at Christmas, and then never did. Like, about most of the stats I want collected, there's just a few other ones that had some difficult coalescing logic that I hadn't written yet. And also a front end. I need to write a front end for it. Nope. Hack mod wrapped, kind of like that. My thought was more just like Twitch chat kind of stuff. How many times, like what were the most popular character swaps, for instance? 40 I could do this. I really could. I have the technology. I could find anything that's in the recent moderations list, because that's a playlist. Look at the comments, see if there's one from me. It's a top level. Have tech for that. And then look for the instances of the words cutoff and stacked munchers. Whole team, that would be more challenging, because other people do things differently and their data is going to be harder to collect. Not begrudging anybody for doing it the way they do, just... I have my technology. Oh, hey. That was a trap! I completely avoided the trap! Jesse proposed to Soul Sting on a randomly generated dolphin. Aww. I think I just got myself killed. That actually may not be that difficult, now I think about it. But I got it! I got it! I am happy I didn't get hit by that. How long did that take me? Let's see. Squiggles came in 6:12. That took me less than an hour. Let's see. How did I do compared? Oh. That's the wrong week. That's the wrong week. That's not even the right data. Let's see. Happy 2025! Yeah, I would have beaten Ender of Games, Mini Mawile, who I think changed the name a while ago, Neptune Neon, and Earthmelon. That's not bad! Of course, there's a lot of people above me that did really well. It took Louis 15 minutes. But an hour for me is not bad. In fact, a little less than an hour. And that includes, you know, attempts that were thwarted by people removing Layer 3 water and being distracted by chat. So... it's not always a one-to-one comparison. Because, like, race mode, also, like, there's a lot more stress when you're racing, so I think it kind of evens out, but that's... I also haven't raced in forever. I'd have to look up what the last one I actually legitimately raced was.